I'm Ayala Sella, and I'm going to be reading you some poems from my recently released book called Soliloquies of a Crosswalker, a collection of poetry in 4 parts. The first part is called But Nothing Else Happens. Côte d'Azur. There is a stone tower between 2 small towns on the Mediterranean. From atop, a girl is afraid of heights, another steps on glass, and a boy tells stories of the moon and sand ripples in some remote corner of the earth, but nothing else happens. Part 2. And all she does is smirk. Gala. Eve once fed me an apple from her garden. Its name was Gala, and I was wearing large green mittens and dirty cream shoes, descending a long escalator in the city after Eden. Adam wasn't there, and we were both pregnant, smoking cigarettes without tar and drinking tall silver cans of Japanese beer after the night of the lunar eclipse. I think Adam was off somewhere reading about socialism and punk rock on the toilet, but we weren't sure. Part 3, From Another Direction, 5767. My cat cuddles more on Saturdays, though she knows. Even the dogs aren't begging for a walk. They're content that there are no construction workers and horns honking and yelling and screaming of all kinds. The new year has landed us this silence and the first raindrops too, and everyone is sitting in some family living room. The only place open is the corner store on a Barbonel where we used to buy ice cream before or after our trips. Now it's my usual hangout. When I get enough energy, I'll make my way there for some stale pastries, bad coffee, and free internet service. On the way, there'll be the playing of a clarinet. Then I'll send you this poem, give the dogs a brushing, and find the sea from another direction. Soliloquies of a Crosswalker. There is a heat wave today, and it makes my thoughts even more unsteady. And from the look of me, one can tell I've had some action, so that the desperation is off for just a bit and the meaningless storytelling on pause. And I am a bit high with the notion that perhaps, for a moment, I belong to the human race. And finally, Part 4, The Manhattan Skyline. Socialite. I drank chain beer tonight and walked a black lab in the snow, passing the apartment buildings of the young and rich and their indoor swimming pools and fancy gyms. As we ran toward the boardwalk, I tried to teach Joseph the dog about the Manhattan skyline, but he seemed more interested in rolling around in the snow and pulling me along. It's the only volunteer work I'd ever agree to do, and if I could give up my day job for this, I would in a heartbeat. On Tuesday was Johan, a half-shepherd, half-Amstaff canine. I think that maybe he doesn't speak English, and I chat with him in Italian along the same boardwalk. When I bring him back to the shelter, I tell him that I love him. I remember asking you once if you were getting paid extra for being the advisor of that lame high school literary magazine, and you said enough to buy an extra order of fries at McDonald's. I've actually used that one once or twice throughout the years. So what if I'm nostalgic? I've been trying to improve my social skills, going to lunches and dinners, even though I know in advance how much they will suck. When the conversation shifts to aesthetics and self-expression, I grab my boots and run for the door. I will not be invited back, I'm sure. Thank you all. I'm Ayala Sella, and I have a table in back if you'd like to come and say hello and pick up a book. I'll be reading at Goodbye Blue Monday in Bushwick next Thursday, June 23rd at 9, and at Smalls Jazz Club in the city next Friday from 6 to 7, so stop by. Thank you all.